Well, you know, my little brother was a little bit opposite. A little bit. And I just remember when he came to stay with me for a little while, and I took him to the store. I said, well, I'm going to try and introduce him to some people to make some friends for him, so because he's new to this area. I said, I'll be right back. I went to the store, I came out, he's hanging with 15 people already. They were already like they knew him. He just made friends like that. I was just amazed. I missed him. I never got a chance to introduce him to my son and my daughter, which haunts me to this day and always will. But I know he looks down on them, he loves them, and he sees them. I'm glad I met Glenda, the love of his life, because for him to say I love you to someone other than his relative meant a lot. And I just miss my brother. Please.
The Lord gave me Julian for a short time. Obviously, like everyone else, he's a part of us, and he's broken my heart. I have 7 sisters and one other brother, but I had 11 brothers and sisters. And throughout the years, my nephew Jeffrey was the first. But and I lost a brother just like my family has lost a brother, and for this day I lost a brother 25 years ago, and it took my heart away. And since everyone's here, my password is my brother's name, Gilbert. So if you can get my bank account, which has no money, you're willing to put something in it. But now I have to add Julian's name. I don't know how I feel right now, but I am the first to lose a son. It is not a very good feeling. But I know the Lord gave me Julian for a short time for a reason. He and I are very similar. I made a lot of friends, male and female. But Julian was the person that I understood him, and he understood me. This last experience we had, in general sense, I talked to him on his birthday. We were planning on getting it together. But when he had his extended vacation and he had to get a license back, he came and stayed with me a year or so ago. And it was reunited that the things that I have given my children, each has a special quality. Obviously, you see my son Chris, he has my height. Mickey has my laughter. Teresa is the mother of us, meaning that she has raised my granddaughters, as you see in the back, T-shirt, and Autumn. They're full-grown ladies. That's how long ago. My daughter Teresa has been a wonderful mother to her mother has passed away. But Julian and I had something in common that we had a special bond that I will really, really miss. I have had anxiety like all of us as parents. That's something, when they go out and take your car and they take some food and stay over somebody else's house and they're couch sleeping at any particular cousin's house or anybody else's house they wanted to sleep at. And I understood that from Julian. But Julian's thing is, he brought laughter to those situations. And for years I said to myself, well, Julian, you get yourself, and he took my car one day. I didn't mind him taking the car, but my keys were to my job. And I had to open the building up, with a whole bunch of people that worked for me. And he was gone for a week. So all my co-workers were telling me I should strangle my son, and I had to laugh. Because I said, I wish my dad had a car that I could take for a week. But my dad was a mailman. All his job was to walk through the streets. So he never had a car. But all of us have stories. My son was special, and I realize it now. I've had the last couple of weeks, I've had a tough time. But the Lord said he has done everything that is asked upon him. And as Tisha said, and a few others have said over on your Facebook, that there had to be an emergency because he was the only one prepared to solve problems in heaven. He jumped at the opportunity. He's going to be remembered the way he was. He's not going to get old. He's not going to get tired. He's not going to get crippled. He's not going to get sad. He's so strong, strong in spirit, strong in body, strong in mind. He didn't have to be with me 24/7. He was with me always 24/7. Even when I didn't see him, I could feel it. I love my son very, very much. Nobody should lose a son or a daughter before their time. I'm a very healthy person to a certain extent, but I'm very sad to a maximum extent. I appreciate everyone coming here and sending Julian to heaven and giving my family some sort of peace of mind for the moment, and never forgetting the fact that this burial site is in church and the sacred ground brings comfort to everybody. It's given comfort to me, and I really appreciate everyone's time. Thank you.
I'm Joe Spears, one of Julian's cousins. And I'd just like to say that I had the opportunity last year to fly down and see my grandmother, my aunt, my cousin, and talk to Julian. And you was the one. And I was glad I had that time to do that. Time is precious. Take time sometimes. Reach out and touch somebody. So,